Welcome to the very first episode of Hope for Wives, where three Christian recovery experts candidly discuss the journey to overcome the impact of sexual betrayal.
My name is Pam Blizzard.
I'm Lachelle Burkett.
And I'm Bonnie Burns. We want to take advantage of this first episode to tell you a little bit about who we are, our mission, who we think will benefit from what we have to say, and how we are intentionally formatting this podcast just for you, our listeners. Pam, why don't we start with you and just tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, professional, personal, and something a little fun.
I'm Pam Blizzard, and I am an APSATS trained betrayal trauma recovery advocate, and I lead groups and I do one-on-one coaching with betrayed wives, turning tragedies into triumphs. My personal journey with the Lord and His Word deepened in my own recovery journey, and I'm excited to share that with others. I've been married to my recovering husband for 27 years, and we have one college-age son. We live in the Southeast Tennessee mountains, and hubby and I are gypsies. We love road tripping and exploring Tennessee and the entire United States.
And Lachelle, what about you?
Hey, I'm Lachelle Burkett, and I'm with Hope Redefined. I'm a Jesus freak, first and foremost. I'm a wife, a mom of 5, and a woman who has found hope and healing from her own betrayal trauma story. I also live in East Tennessee with my circus and am the lead Hopecaster and executive director with Hope Redefined. I'm also a certified partner coach with APSATS. And Hope Redefined in and of itself is a faith-based nonprofit that supports women impacted by sexual betrayal through online groups, one-to-one coaching, retreats, and a private online community. My personal story is wild, and I discover each day God's promise with it and purpose. I have an unhealthy love for chocolate, and I rescue a ridiculous number of plants from the clearance section for my yard. I feel like now you know all you need to know about me.
I love it. And I'm Bonnie Burns. I'm a partner and an APSATS partner coach candidate, where I do one-on-one coaching at strongwives.com. I'm also a Christian marriage author and speaker, and you can find me on another popular podcast called Sex Chat for Christian Wives. I live only 20 minutes from Lachelle in East Tennessee. I've been married to Dave for 34 years, and he is deep in recovery. We have 3 grown sons, and I know I'm way too young looking to have 2 granddaughters.
You are.
Yeah. We love to travel, and I especially love to experience new foods, music, and cultures. And we just want to share the mission for this podcast. It is to acknowledge the devastation of sexual betrayal and infidelity while offering practical insight and hope for healing. It's all through a Christian lens. And we also hope you'll find some joy through laughter in spite of our serious subject.
So I'd love to talk about our ideal audience. I think the obvious could be Christian women who are impacted by sexual betrayal, but additional audience members might be your spouse and supporting professionals such as counselors, pastors, church leaders. Our hope is to really not discriminate against anyone, but allow everybody to learn about sexual betrayal through a Christian lens.
We'd also like to let you know that what we're doing intentionally for our podcast audience, our hope is that our segments will be shorter, maybe 25 to 30 minutes. And, that can be a drive to the grocery store or a drive to pick up your kids from school. We want to publish every 2 weeks, and we're designing our episodes to take you step by step through betrayal trauma recovery. We will be addressing your healing through the physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects. Our episodes will also be designed to share with others to help gain understanding and knowledge of what you're feeling and what your needs are through this journey. Maybe you can share it with your spouse, a friend, a mentor, maybe with your therapist, or even your church leader.
Well, that's a little bit about who we are, what our mission is, how we hope to serve you well in our intentional formatting of the podcast. And we just want to leave you with some hope, because this is Hope for Wives. So let's each share what we hope our audience will take away from this podcast.
My hope for our audience is that by spending time with us, the first and foremost thing is that they're going to recognize that they're not alone on this journey, that there are others out there who get it and who can link arms with them as they take steps towards their own personal healing. And I think my other hope is that I really want women to understand what it looks like to intertwine their faith with their healing process. From my personal story, there's no way I could be where I am today without Jesus. And so that is my hope, is to be able to share that with others, that they can step into this and know that there's appropriate space for all of it, for the professional support as well as our faith and spiritual.
I just hope that our listeners take away the understanding their recovery is their choice. There are different avenues that you can take to heal. There are different kinds of experts that you can look towards. We are all APSATs for a reason. We believe in that philosophy, and we will be unpacking that in the next year. And we hope that you will see the logic and how it aligns with God's will.
My hope for our audience is that they take away an understanding that what a betrayed spouse is going through and how they experience betrayal is completely normal. There is a path out. I want them to remember or learn how God sees them, how connecting with God through worship can be a healing connection, and how Scripture can support you, educate you, and elevate you on your journey towards healing.
So we hope that you will join us again in 2 weeks as we slowly unpack all of these hopes and all of this wisdom.
Bye.
Amen.
Bye.
Bye.